been pretty boring
Not
here.
me.
Okay. Well, in that case, who has a summary of what happened 2 weeks ago? But not last week. We know what happened last week.
Let's not relive last week.
Yeah, Wit went on an adventure. It didn't end well. She rolled poorly.
I rolled like a nat 1 on my dexterity check, dude.
No, don't be like that. Oh man, it was almost a TPK. I was the only one who saved everybody.
My favorite thing is having the story of the miles I had to hike back. It's gonna get like longer and further away.
Every time you tell it,
Oh, absolutely.
you're gonna have to add a storm at some point, and then
Yeah.
it started
Yes.
raining.
Oh yeah.
3 months
And-
later, so it starts snowing. Right? There's this blizzard blowing in.
There's a bear.
3 bears
Oh,
3
Lord.
bears.
named Bears, Beats, and Battlestar Galactica.
Excellent.
No, I'm sorry. It was Beats, Battlestar, and Galactica. I had the bears' names wrong.
Man, let me tell you, if I'd fallen off that bike 5 more feet to my left, I would have fallen down an endless abyss and just floated for eternity.
Yeah, are you now considered ambidextrous, or did you break your offhand?
I broke my left hand, so I'm right-handed. I do a lot with my left hand, though, which I'm just now finding out.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna learn.
We're gonna learn today.
Yeah, the supporting cast only gets their credit when the main actors take a dive. No, reverse that.
Yeah, as someone who's broken both wrists, not
Oh,
you're gonna learn that that's something that you use a lot.
yeah, for sure. Like driving, I drive with my left hand, and now I'm like, well, time to relearn.
Yeah, and like for me, I just bought a stick shift, and I was like,
No.
I have not broken a wrist or an arm or anything. I think I broke a toe once. I just walked it off.
Oh,
So, like,
that's all you
Don't
can
brag
do.
about it, Jesus.
Right. Yeah, it just limped for like 6 months, and I think my gait is still slightly uneven.
yeah.
But I tore one of my pecs
Oh.
at a Renaissance fair and didn't realize it.
Ooh.
I don't
Ow.
even have pecs.
And later that night, back at Elizabeth's apartment, like a car backfired or something in the parking lot, and I was laying on my stomach, and I sat up, like I pushed myself up, and I guess that finished tearing it.
Oh,
So I thought I was dying, like having a heart
Yeah.
attack.
yeah.
Like, I don't know, I just sit up in the middle of the night. Oh my God, my chest. So we had to go to the ER and get a bunch of pain meds, and like I couldn't use it. And like, guess what you use your pecs for? Like
Everything.
Everything.
So I was 2 hours from home with my stick shift Jeep with
Oh god.
a non-functional torso.
Ooh.
Just called my boss, like, I'm not gonna make it to work tomorrow or probably the next day.
It's amazing how things like that like just remind you too. Like I mean, like even just like the simple act of sitting up out of bed, right? Like you don't realize like how many things are going on there, and then like
Oh,
even
yeah.
when you have back pain or something, you know, it's just that little reminder of like, oh yeah, by the way, your body's a machine and it's slowly falling apart.
Yeah, I think the way that I got out
Unfortunately.
of bed for several weeks after that was to clamp my arms to my torso to hold everything as still as possible, and then roll towards the edge until my legs fell off, and use the weight of my legs to like just kind of fall to my knees on the floor and then stand up. Because that didn't need the use of my back.
I will use gravity.
Like use a sling? Is that like the prognosis for something like that?
No, I didn't have to use a sling because my arm just hanging didn't do anything, but like lifting anything or moving anything on that side or doing any twisting, turning, sitting up or laying down, like it was everything. But a sling unfortunately wouldn't have helped. So
Was the pain similar to like a shin splint, like just in your chest, or
I've
was it
never
more-
had a shin splint, so I couldn't say. It
Lucky.
was pretty damn painful. So yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun.
All right. So sorry, where were we?
A recap.
Recap. That's right. Yep, sounds good.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, I
Right?
remember Fal
We
Dune
did that.
eating a bunch of mushrooms. I almost said mustard.
Yeah.
Hey,
Ada.
hold on.
Yeah, a ton of them.
Hold on. I ate one mushroom, which didn't
not
do
true.
anything. It was when I. What?
Oh,
You were
I
like
guess that
lighting
is
them
true.
on fire or something and like breathing in the smoke
I
Uh-huh.
lit one of them on fire
and like literally.
and
Uh-huh.
inhaled the vapors.
Yeah.
Took a while to kick in, though, so if you think about it. Could,
I think it actually took like 5 minutes. We didn't even make it outside this cave before you were like screaming.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
So yep, you continued down underground, following the tunnel, and eventually finding an incredibly large cavern and a trail that led off to what seems to be an abandoned camp. And did you find a note in here? I think you found a note in here.
we did find a note.
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
so.
The note
Yes.
read, "We have ... the hammer for Nathril ... breaking camp and return ... before the real should be strong. The ritual." And then I could post that in the chat here if we like.
I scrolled up. I can see it. So,
What'd you say?
found all that. Started to leave. Didn't make it very far before Fal Dune sort of collapsed into a useless heap, and you decided to come back and camp out to wait out his bad trip.
It's bad, I don't know.
Sounds like us.
Throwing labels around.
So
Sounds about right.
I think you were going to attempt either a short or long rest, but hadn't done so yet.
Yeah, I think
Correct.
we're about to begin a long rest.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Before we start the long rest, does anybody have anything else that they need or want to do?
Just a question because I never remember how many hit die I get back with a long rest. Is it half?
I want to say half.
I think it's
You
Okay.
get all your hit points and then half of your hit dice.
Half the hit dice. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought.
Rounded up or down? I mean, it doesn't
Probably
matter. for
down
you.
usually.
Rounded sideways.
Oh no.
Witter shins.
In that case, I have a half of a hit die.
It would be funny.
Nice.
It would be funny to me if you got remainders. So if your hit die was like a D10, if you got say 5.5 hit dice back, you got 5 D10s and 1 D5.
There you go.
Here's your
funny.
change.
All right. So for the long rest, what's the formation? Who's doing what?
Since I am the lovely elf who doesn't really need to sleep, I can trance for 4 hours and then take a shift if you guys want to split up 2 and 2.
Yeah, I'll.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I don't mind watching first because I'm pretty full on all of my my blood and stuff is all sort of where it needs to be. So I don't mind going first.
All right. Whoever's on watch first, go ahead and give me your perception.
Alrighty. Perception. Incredible.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
The darkness and the long walk have kind of taken their toll on you. You're a little bit drowsy, but fortunately your watch passes without incident.
Woo. Orsik, your turn.
Roger that.
All right. Perception from Orsik. All right. You are much more alert than your companion, having gotten a little bit of rest in advance, and fortunately, everything is quiet again through your watch as well.
Woohoo! All right, next up.
That's me.
All right. Perception.
It's coming.
It's on the way.
Meow.
Okay. You are sitting there quietly by the fire, just listening. I guess everybody else is asleep, so let me do this.
So, just not metagaming, but I just want to make sure for like me to come over and poke someone. Are you guys really that far away on the map, or would you be closer to the fire? Orsik and
Yeah, that makes sense. I probably would be closer to the fire.
okay.
I
Maybe.
kind of figured out the point, just kind of looking out this way.
Maybe here.
Didn't think anything would come from behind us.
That's true.
But with my watch over, I would imagine that, yeah, I wouldn't just be standing out here. I'd probably move a wee bit closer to the comfy zone.
All right, so Adam, I'll let you deem this. Should I do a stealth check to just kind of sneak up to Orsik and like poke him with my toe and just kind of, pull my finger up to my mouth going, shh?
Yeah, go ahead and do a stealth check for that.
Okay. I also didn't put on my stealth socks.
Well, you are able to fairly quietly slip over to Orsik and gently wake him up.
Just shh. Let's enter in. Someone in here. I'm gonna go get Felix up. And then I'm gonna sneak over to Felix as well.
Okay.
Okay. Another stealth check?
I'll let you use the same
Okay.
stealth check.
And I'm gonna gently poke him and kind of shake him awake. Same thing, finger to lips, just like. Someone's in here with us.
I'm gonna shoot with my finger pistols and say, "Oh, what's happening?"
Shh. Do your mind talk thing.
Yeah, I am doing the mind talk thing.
Oh, cool.
You didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice you're that quiet. I heard someone enter. They kicked a pebble or something. There's someone in here with us.
Oh boy. I'll be ready.
Okay, get ready.
I'm gonna try to crouch behind this box that's about 2 feet shorter than I am, so it does nothing, and just wait.
Okay.
I'm debating on waking Fal Dune.
I'm gonna shoot with a beam and say a message and say, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't worry about Fal Dune. I think he's still coming down."
All right, we'll just let him play there.
It'd be worse than no help.
Yeah. This is what we call addition by subtraction.
There we go.
All right. So you're just holding position and waiting?
Yep, I'm gonna ready in action. I'm gonna draw an arrow in my longbow if that's possible.
Okay.
I'll help.
So everybody go ahead and give me another perception check.
That's the best out of all my skills.
Yo,
boy.
I
It's a
thought I
lot
had
of
the 8
ones.
too.
We just rolled a lot of ones.
That is a lot of ones. All right. Felix and Wit, the two of you do hear faintly like another pebble scrape across the ground or a small rock clatter as somebody steps over it or accidentally kicks it. And it sounds like it's Wit. You notice that it sounds like it's closer now. It's further into the cave. Ooh, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Okay. You're excused.
I'm going to assume that with Orsik's poor roll, he's looking over this way. And I'm going to shoot him a message going, no, it's over there towards the entrance.
It's just gonna
All
confuse Orsik. Be like, there's voices in my head.
I'm hearing them again.
I'm not used to this. I'm not used to hearing things come from there.
So, with that sound you know that there is someone else in the cavern with you. Orsik, can you see that token from where it is right now?
I can.
Token.
Okay.
Token of your appreciation.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a small basket of chocolates.
Oh,
Ooh,
good.
yay,
Thank you.
finally.
So, Orsik, you see kind of creeping around the corner, maybe 15 feet from you, that there's a short goblinoid-looking creature, and it's walking with exaggerated care, doing the cartoon sneaking thing, looking around, and as it spots you, it turns and lets out a little squeak. Woo! Don't hurt me! And raises its hands up in the air.
Stay where you are, goblin.
You out of game here. For a second there, you sounded exactly like, what was it from? There was an old RPG for the computer.
EverQuest.
No, older than that. Crap.
Missed.
I'll have to
Older.
find it later. It was an old
Older.
like
Holy
player.
Like a King's Quest type game. That's what it reminded me of.
Zork 2.
Oh, I did play a lot of King's Quest.
But I loved it. That was great.
I will have to. I'm gonna have to. Find
Monkey
it.
Island.
I think it started with an A. I'm pretty sure I had it in my Steam library.
Almost Monkey Island.
A bit like.
Arx Fatalis.
Ooh, that's not one I'm familiar with.
No, me either.
You
Sounded
better
like
not
one
call
of
me that
the-
again.
Actually, ironically, I think they were goblins. But that your voice could have been straight up one of the voice actors from that. So nice work.
Oh, then I have a second career opportunity. You know, I'll
There you go.
back burner. Thank you.
Narrating early '90s RPGs.
Yeah. We'll just convert that to 16-bit audio and
There you go. He freezes in place and kind of holds his hands out. I'm not going anywhere. Staying here.
It's a very cooperative goblin.
Right? Usually they're all stab first and die and never ask questions.
I'm going to take just one meta question here, because I am noticing something a little bit different. Is there like a dim light that's been either added to Roll20, or is there some kind of significantness to this red?
I was noticing that myself, and I'm not 100% sure what it is.
Okay.
I thought it was a shadow.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me, like almost from the light source of the because it's moving when you do that. Yeah.
Okay, so when I move the fire, part of it moves.
All right, as long as it's not like a miasma of death that I'm about to walk into.
No, it's not an effect of any sort. I'm actually kind of perplexed myself as to where it's actually coming from, because the larger part of it doesn't move when I move any of the light sources.
Well, it's pretty, so 10 out of 10.
Great.
I wanted to just step over here and take a gander, see if I see any other goblins real quick. And also I wanted to just see, as I take one step closer to him, or her, if anything happens.
He stays standing there. He's calmed down a little bit, but he's keeping his hands up and he's watching you closely. And as you take a step closer, he speaks again. I'm here to help. There's something you should know outside, but I think for a price, I can get you past it.
I do not trust you, goblin. And then I'm gonna just kind of point towards my companions and be like, "You can talk to them."
That's our cue.
Yeah, what are you trying to help us with, goblin? Do you have a name? I feel like goblin's sort of insensitive.
Well, I'm Yuk-Yuk. Lived down here in the Underdark for many years. Yes.
Love that sauce.
There's a lot of dangerous things down here, and my friend and I noticed you were new to the area. Think you might be unprepared to handle some of the problems you might have. Yes?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
We've been here for a while, and think we can help for the right compensation.
I'm gonna insight check him, although I do appreciate him wanting compensation. Businessman.
It's
Business
impossible
gob.
over here.
Would you mind if I did a little insight on him?
No, go for it. I was waiting on the roll.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Oh, well, I trust him wholeheartedly.
I mean, he seems shrewd, but not necessarily conniving or deceptive.
Classic.
He also
Yuk-Yuk.
knows that he approached us by himself and we all could probably stab him, so.
He said he had a friend.
I know, and they've been watching us, which is really creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
All
Orsik
right.
is not going to be the one to. I mean, he's just inherently pretty biased. If that's the light way of saying incredibly racist towards
Racist.
goblins.
Mhm.
It's just the dwarf way.
Are you good, homie? I'll let Felix take the lead on this, though. I'm just gonna keep watching.
Yuk-Yuk, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'm Felix, by the way. You may call me Felix. Or Elephant, you know, if you really want to shake the double standard and you call me by my race instead.
Yuk-Yuk, pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too. What sort of dangers would we hypothetically encounter? Well, first, how do you even know what we're doing, first of all, I guess?
Well, Yuk-Yuk, been here a while. If I give you the information, that's no good business. No free product.
How do you
Seems like
even...
you are very interested in the ones who were here. He kind of gestures around the cave before you. Yes? Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait. We know where they went.
Hmm. Do you know what they had?
They had many things.
Hmm.
He gets
That's
that,
probably true.
gets that shrewd look again, and a little bit of a glint in his eye.
What sort of compensation would we need to refresh your memory of how to get out of here?
I hope it's eggs.
Oh yeah, I don't mean to brag or anything, but we might have 1 or 2 eggs for you if eggs suit your fancy.
Over my dead body, if you think I'm gonna part with my dear eggs to this goblin.
Well, Yuk-Yuk, I hate to tell you, the eggs are now off the table.
Do we still have some dragon eggs? Like the real ones, perhaps?
100% real. Yuk-Yuk kind of puts a hand to his chin like he's thinking, eggs, no. Gold, silver, jewels, magic things.
Yuk-Yuk, I'll be honest. You've traded one enemy for another here within the group. I'm gonna level with you. One of us is protective of eggs, one of us is protective of gold.
What? Who the fuck would that be?
Isn't Wit like the, oh yeah, get the gold person, me the gold. Felix, how come you tipped them 2 extra coppers? You're horrible. That's all I ever hear from Wit.
I have a little bit of an idea, but I'll kind of whisper to my companions, not say it out loud. So I have a D20 jade die.
Yuk-Yuk, 1 moment, please.
And I could try to bluff. I don't know if it's magic at all. I have no idea. I know that I rolled a 7 on it one point. I could be something that's crazy powerful, or it could be just a D20 jade die. So I can tell
I'm
him.
convinced it's shiny and pretty. Give it to him.
I mean, it's jade, so I can only imagine that it looks.
Didn't he say the word jewel or treasure? There you go. It's jewel or treasure.
I've got an idea.
Other than 7, it cures the world of a mist curse. But no, yeah, you can give it away.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I mean, hey, I did roll a 7, so.
I said on
I've
anything
got an
other
idea.
than a 7.
Oh,
Check this out. How's this as an idea? We offer to either give him the die, or we offer to let him roll it, and we'll give him that many gold pieces.
That's kind of fun, actually. I like that idea.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. That
play?
sounds pretty fun. I mean, it'll be your gold we're giving you, so sure. Yuk-Yuk, we have a proposition for you. We happen to be in the possession of one potentially magical jade die with not 6, not even 4, but 20 whole faces on it.
Is somebody making margaritas?
Yeah, I am. I'm offering Yuk-Yuk some marks.
Oh, wait, I've heard that you're gonna need like a lot of Benadryl to clear that yak of its tummy ache.
I thought it was like a car driving by somebody's house at first, then it kept going.
It was like someone turned on a shop vac.
Multitasking here tonight, and my mic was opened.
I thought that was Yuk-Yuk. We were discussing what to pay him, and he's like, "Yeah."
So excited. All right, sorry. Carry on, Felix. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
The die, it might be magic. We'll be honest. We don't know for sure. Or, you could roll the die, give the die back to us, and whatever number comes up, we will give you that many gold pieces.
Yuk-Yuk sits down on a stone that's near him.
Sounds
kind
fun.
of rubs his hands together.
A jade die.
Yuk-Yuk like die, like games.
Oh boy.
Yuk-Yuk see die?
Yeah, sure. Hey Orsik, you want to give me the jade die that you were just talking about?
Here you go.
And I will mage trunk it, because I don't know mage hand, I know mage trunk. I'll mage trunk the die over to Yuk-Yuk. And sort of, I don't know how a trunk would present something. I know how I'd present it in like my two hands, but I don't know how a trunk would sort of flourish it. But I do my best.
Yuk-Yuk gets a delighted expression on his face as the die basically floats through the air and pops up in front of him. And he reaches out gingerly and takes it. He kind of turns it over in his hand and looks at it really close, holding it up to his eye and like looking through it at a light or at a torch nearby. I assume one of you has a torch or a light source.
Yeah, there's the fire right
Got a
there.
fire.
Okay.
Oh, hey, you want a cool light to examine that by? Because we could go crazy in here. Like purple, blue, red, whatever you want.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, I try.
He looks it over, and he sets it down on the ground gently. Yuk-Yuk. Nervous around magic. You say die's magical? Not magical?
I'll be honest. I have absolutely no idea whether it's magical or not. Could be.
He slides the die another couple of inches back towards you. Yuk-Yuk say you roll die.
Uh-huh.
And if number greater than, and he kind of pulls out his fingers and starts counting on them, and then lifts one of
That's
his
a
feet,
smart man.
starts counting on his toes.
That's genius.
If number bigger than this many, and he holds out 17 fingers and toes.
Mhm.
Yuk-Yuk will help with danger outside, but won't guide you after those who were here. He gestures around the cave.
What?
He looks expectantly at the three of you.
Yuk-Yuk, I'm sorry. Your higher learning has truly baffled me. So if we roll higher than this many, and I hold up all my fingers, my trunk, and a torch. No, shit. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't have 17 digits to hold up. But if we roll higher than
Dang.
that many,
Hold on, take half the mushrooms out of my
Orsik.
backpack and show them that many. That should be about 17.
Would hold up 5 fingers. If we give you this many, or if we roll this many, then you won't help us. The wording was a little confusing.
We'll help with the danger outside, but won't help you find those here you were looking for.
Oh, I mean, I'll be honest. I think we've got the danger more or less under control. It's really the tracking that we're having the most trouble with.
Okay. If you don't want deal.
Oh
I've
no,
got
I mean,
room to make a deal.
hey, yo, Yuk-Yuk, I'm all about making some deals, all right? Wit's been teaching me all kinds of stuff, but I think you're selling yourself short. You're in the wrong market here, okay? You have come to a problem dealing surplus, and you're offering us some dealing with some problems. What you need is to really market your problem finding abilities, because we are problem finding deficient. It's just simple economics, my man. You're coming into high supply and expecting high demand, and it simply isn't there.
My name is Felix. Welcome to my TED Talk.
I kind of want to go poke Fal Dune a little bit to see how he's doing. I feel bad that he's being left out of this.
Yuk-Yuk listens to your wise words. You sound smart. Not
thank
sure if you can outsmart what's outside, though.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. That's why I got him, and I point to Orsik.
I do not like this little thing.
I say 10 gold coins. And we get you out of this cave and past the danger. And at least point you in the right direction. If you think our services are worth 10, maybe we talk again, maybe we get you further.
I think that's fair. It's like a test run.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yuk-Yuk, I'm gonna confer with Orsik 1 second. Hey Orsik, does that sound like a good deal to you? We'll make sure you're near the front and he's at the back, so he's as far away from you as possible.
Yeah, I'm absolutely okay with that, but I would, yeah, I'll be at the front. Yeah.
Or you can be behind him. Okay.
Yeah, just in case.
I'll warn you if he's like coming up on you or something.
The party, I think, for me to be in the front. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool with me.
All right, sounds like a plan. Yuk-Yuk, I think we will take you up on that 10 gold now and then possibly more gold later argument. Did he give us the die back, DM?
He pushed it towards you on the floor, so it's kind of between
Okay.
you now.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll take you up on this sort of test run that you've outlined, and we'll see where our partnership goes from there. And I'm gonna reach into the group supply of money and pull out 10 gold pieces.
Yuk-Yuk holds out his hand. Yuk-Yuk thinks you be pleased.
Oh, well. Yuk-Yuk hasn't led me astray yet. I hand over the gold pieces.
He takes them and they disappear into a small bag that he wears on his back. He kind of chuckles a little. Okay. Ready to leave?
That remains to be seen. We have one more companion who's been eating a few too many mushrooms. And doing other things with too many mushrooms. 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to shake Fal Dune awake. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm hungry. I drew with an arrow. She didn't appreciate it.
Oh, well, if you're hungry, I got just the thing for you. And I pull out some of my bark.
Nature. I take the shreds of bark in my hand and rub them against my face like a cat with a little satchel of catnip, if anyone's seen that. It's so woody. Also,
It sure is.
Felix, the trip is over. I just want to say
Oh.
I feel more connected to you as an individual.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
We're about to start heading out soon if you wanna. Oh, there you go. I see we're now vertical.
Yeah.
Leaps out of bed.
I'll give you the TLDR on the way, but we've made a new goblin friend.
Oh, sweet.
His name is Yuk-Yuk.
Am I still tripping, or is this like happening? You know
Well,
what?
I didn't eat any mushrooms.
You know what? Don't spoil it.
No, I think
for
you're
me.
alright.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Alrighty. Alright, I think we're pretty much set to go here.
Well, almost.
That's why I said, oh,
Okay, now we're ready.
great, wonderful.
Did somebody leave a bow back by the fire?
I
No,
think it's
Wait.
just a drawing.
Wit said she wanted to draw an arrow in her longbow. I facilitated, and nobody appreciated it.
Yeah, it's true.
It
Exactly
did
what
give
happened.
me a sensible chuckle with my mic muted, though. It's like, ho, 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 ho.
Sensible chuckles are the best chuckles.
They are.
All right. So, everybody is upright. Go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest. He showed up right at the end of your shift there, Wit.
Gotcha.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and not
How
do
generous.
that. I don't think tripping is a facilitated long rest activity.
That's fair. I will allow it.
Alright.
And is everybody okay if I take that 20 D20J die back? I have
Oh, yeah,
my
that's
mark
yours,
in my
dude.
inventory,
Yeah, go for
so
it. Oh wait,
Sure.
hold on. Let's roll for it.
You're more than welcome.
I take the die and I roll
Right?
Roll it.
Fingers.
But you know what to do.
Rolling. Beat that.
I did.
Wow.
I rolled a 7 back in, I think the Azer Tower? I think this is where this was from?
I think so.
Hmm.
Nothing happens. The die kind of clatters across the ground and then comes to a stop on a 4.
Us.
If we roll a 20, the world ends.
Nah, what do you mean? We get rich.
You roll a 1, there's an ice cream party.
Guys, we gotta keep rolling this
Alright.
dice.
Alright, everyone back off. I got this.
Yeah,
it's
Yuk-Yuk.
finally Felix's time to shine.
Hold up a minute. I knew separating from the cart would be a benefit eventually.
All right, so everybody ready to roll?
I already
As
did.
ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Yuk-Yuk sees you approaching and nods. Ready?
Yeah.
Well, about as ready as I'll ever be.
He turns and lets out a very low whistle. And from back towards the entrance of the cavern, another goblin approaches. And Yuk-Yuk turns and looks at the party and like points a thumb at the other guy. This spider bait. And spider bait nods at the party.
How do you do, Spider Bait?
Hey, BAM-BA-LAM, dude.
Spider bait just nods. Mm-hmm. Yuk-Yuk leans close to Spider bait and whispers something in his ear. And Spider bait nods again and heads back off towards the front of the cave. And Yuk-Yuk turns and addresses the 4 of you again. All right. Let's give it just a tick. Let Spider bait work. And there we go.
There's one thing I've learned, is to never doubt or hurry a man named Spider Bait.
Take my position. Right up here. Just because, Orsik's getting a little cautious, that's all.
Yeah, there is something weird about the dynamic lighting, specifically around you.
Ooh.
Orsik, did you get, like, bit by a werewolf or something?
It was a wire light. On a full moon, it shines with light.
He's
All I know
becoming
is
Sailor Moon. Orsik is a magical girl, and I'm living for it.
Could I be whatever?
I am so for this.
What was the name of that cat who was in Sailor Moon? Could I be
There's
that?
Luna, and then there's the male Artemis.
Oh, whatever you just did, Jane.
You follow it?
It was a leftover from when I was showing some friends things they could do in Roll20, and I discovered that you can tint people's vision.
Ooh. Oh.
So I can add color. I should have done this with
Ooh.
Fal Dune. Fal Dune starts tripping. Let's
Whoa.
add some color to his life.
The colors.
Oh, you don't have dark vision, Felix, so I can't do it to you. It's just for dark vision.
Oh, well, that's alright.
So yeah, I turned that on and then I must have completely forgot about it. So that explains it.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Now only I see that color, right?
Right. I can see it though as the DM. So when I turned it on multiple of you, the colors mixed and I got like purple and things.
Woo!
All right, sorry. Color escapade aside. After a minute or so, with Yuk-Yuk just kind of standing there, looking around the cave, picking at one of his fingernails with a small knife, he suddenly puts the knife away and says, "Okay, we go," and starts walking rapidly towards the front of the cave.
Alrighty.
All right.
Orsik, if you want to stay near the back, I understand. And I think it's probably for the best, so no one gets accidentally maimed.
I'll go wherever you want me to go.
Accidentally.
Is that a shortcut? I don't know if that was a shortcut,
Hold on.
but I made it one.
It's a log
It'll-
or a piece of the palisade lying across the creek. So yeah, I'd say so.
It looks pretty short to me.
31 feet that way. Or 33 feet. It is in fact a shortcut.
So, you reach the mouth of the cave, and we're gonna drift into theater of the mind here for a little bit. And as you walk up behind him and get closer to the mouth of the cave, Yuk-Yuk looks behind him and kind of holds up his hand, as if to silently ask you all to stop. Do you stop or keep going?
Oh, of course I stop.
I
What
stop.
am I gonna do? Disobey Yuk-Yuk?
I stop red light, green light style. Where it's like
Okay.
I stop moving entirely and remain exactly how I was when he held up his hand.
I like it.
Yuk-Yuk very cautiously, again in that exaggerated cartoon stealth mode, steps down into the creek that flows out through the mouth of the cave, and takes a few steps forward till he can look past the mouth of the cave, and he kind of looks around, then he pulls his head back in and nods and says quietly, "Come on," and walks forward out of the cave.
Well, I'll follow.
Yeah, I guess
pretty
it's our
much
cue.
exactly like that. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, stepping forward out of the cave, you find yourself back in that large cavern that you had been in before. Yuk-Yuk begins to lead you to the right, kind of following the wall around to the side. Everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh yes, my greatest skill of them all.
All right. Orsik and Wit. I guess I'll wait on Felix too.
Yeah,
Might as
sorry.
well.
There we go.
Sorry, not Felix. Fal Dune. Orsik and Wit. The two of you, with your combined dark vision and vast powers of perception, you spot some distance away across the cave, a little bit highlighted by one of the lightly glowing patches of mushrooms, the figure of Spiderbait, who appears to be standing on like a little rock that sticks up out of the ground, like 2 or 3 feet, and waving his arms and tossing rocks at what looks to be a series of. It's hard to tell in the dark, and they're kind of silhouetted, but they're like beholder-like shapes, but they don't move quite like that. They're very slow, and they just seem to sort of be drifting after him at a leisurely pace. As they get closer, though, he stops throwing rocks at them and jumps off the rock further away and disappears into the darkness, and the odd drifting beholder balloons, for lack of a better description, continue following after him into the darkness.
I really hope they're the flumps.
He's good at his job.
So, Yuk-Yuk turns and sees Orsik and Wit noticing Spiderbait and says, "Spiderbait good. Spiderbait been here a long time." And then continues moving down the wall, following a narrow path that's you probably wouldn't have noticed on your own.
Oh, I wouldn't have.
So, after 10-15 minutes of walking, you have officially left behind any of the areas that you've been to before. You started to see, kind of scattered around above you and off to the sides, every now and then there are like spider webs starting to pop up. And there's Yuk-Yuk leads you into a small, it's not really a cave, it's just more like a nook off to the side of the path, where it looks like a large boulder fell out of the wall and rolled downhill and left behind this opening.
A nook, you might say.
Yeah, exactly. He leads you into this space, and then turns and kind of looks out behind, says, "Okay, I think we safe. Wait here for Spiderbait for a few minutes."
Sounds good to me.
What do you think about another deal?
I might need to confer with my associates, but I think we could be persuaded into renewing this contract.
I'll let you talk. I'll be back. And he turns and kind of walks out of the nook and around the corner.
Have fun. Alright, so what does everybody think?
I mean, I think Orsik would be more than happy just to smack him. But we wouldn't have found this area on our own.
I don't even know what we're looking for.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they might be just leading us to our deaths.
Well, they could be.
Seriously, what are goblins doing with money anyways?
It's shiny. It's like, why do crows take shiny things? I don't know.
Because they're pretty.
Good point.
By the way, do we have any idea what the other guy was doing there, throwing rocks at stuff?
Yeah, he was the bait.
Look, it's not the purpose of bait.
What are you talking about?
I feel like bait is. Like, when you go fishing, you don't pull the bait back and you're like, oh, fucking sweet, thanks, bait. I'll throw you back out again and keep you safe and sound.
I guess so.
Victory.
Whatever job he's doing, though, I think he's doing a great job. The fewer of whatever the heck those were that we have to deal with, I am all about it.
They looked kind of, like, adorable, though.
We can agree to disagree.
Would I have any, like, insight as to how badly goblins, like, need to make deals? Like, as a dwarf, I'm just kind of thinking of history, and would I be able to exploit that at all?
What's your background? I'm looking at it too. I would say just going with general stereotypical dwarf things. Hashtag dwarf.
Gotcha.
Thing.
Okay.
you're probably like immediately distrustful of him, which obviously you've been doing that very well. So applause there. Good for you. But I don't know that you would have any specific insight that you think would help you to get the better of him or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, as you are wrapping up that discussion, Yuk-Yuk walks back into the nook, and following right behind him is Spiderbait, who appears to be a little, he's got a healthy sweat going on. Like he's worked up a little bit of an appetite, got his workout in. But they walk in, and Yuk-Yuk says, "Spiderbait, lead 'em away. We safe. Now, more deal?"
What were those things exactly?
They very, very nasty trick. Look like beholders, but almost worse.
Oh boy.
They spot random trivia at you.
It's actually Billy Eichner with a microphone.
No, not quite. Information costs, though.
I feel like the surface is more useful than the information at the moment. I mutter to it.
Yeah, so
trying
this
to
whole
leave
ritual stopping too.
Yeah, because I feel like we need to go after the people that were in that area we just slept in.
Yeah, we need to go after them. That note's worrying.
So this might.
Yeah, isn't that...
I don't know how chaotic this would be. So feel free to kind of push back on this, but we could always just get say yeah, give us some information, and then if we don't like it, I mean, we can just take the money back.
They also kind of let us in here,
Yeah.
so maybe we do half down now, half when we get where we want to be.
That's not a terrible idea.
I'm down. I'm good to progress I think anyway at this point, as long as it's not fighting a bunch of beholder things.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait. How about we make a slightly more long-term sort of a deal? If we will give you half of the payment right now, and when you finally lead us to the people that we're after, we'll give you the other half of it. We'll be a little flexible on the price. But from our perspective, it is a little bit concerning that we don't know how far we're gonna have or what we're running into until we're already there.
Yuk-Yuk, think you smart. Think you.
Oh, thank you.
You know what you're doing.
I like to think so.
Yuk-Yuk offer you a deal.
Oh, I like deals.
Spiderbait nods along with him. Yuk-Yuk say you pay by the day.
Oh, jeez.
For our services. And if you're not happy, we leave any day.
How about we can pay by the day, but each day we give you just a little bit less. So that way you don't just keep us here for an unnecessary amount of time. Otherwise, you could turn a 3-day trip into an 8-day trip. Then once we get out, we'll give you a slightly a larger sum.
Yuk-Yuk shakes a finger at you. You smart.
Oh, thank you.
Say, Yuk-Yuk think we do start with 20? No, 25 gold a day.
Hmm. I'll be, I'm gonna turn to my friends. I'm gonna say, so bad news. We've got about 20 gold left in the group fund.
I don't have 25 gold on me.
I've
I have
got,
some.
I've got. You've got what?
I have 15.
We
Oh,
could
okay.
offer, how about a random treasure each day? Like I have a silver necklace and a ring. Guaranteed not magical. I had these appraised. Wink.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember you appraising them. I don't have a whole lot on me in the way of exotic stuff, but I bet if we pool all our resources, we could probably get like a couple of days out of it.
Probably.
I've got this, and I hold up the tiny empty green glass bottle that we found previously in the
perfect.
cave.
Oh yeah, Yuk-Yuk looks like a real bottle collector.
You never know. He might have a fabulous collection.
In that little backpack of his.
Yes. I can hear him rattling around.
Bottles.
We're a little light on funds at the moment, Yuk-Yuk, but I'll give you two alternatives. If you bring the price down just a little bit, it'll be easier for us to financially make this operation work. Or if you would accept some sort of a trade-in, we have some worldly possessions, but we're a little bit light on the coin of the realm.
As you were talking and you mentioned trade or barter, Yuk-Yuk gets a little smile on his face. Yuk-Yuk love trade. What do you have for trade?
Hmm. Well, I for one, I have this potion that I have on good authority. Once consumed, it will give you the strength of a frost giant. And they're like this big. I put my hand as far up above my head as I can. Really strong.
Okay.
Like dummy
What
strong.
do you have?
Let's see. I've got a couple of I have these really fancy shiny coins that they are silver coins, but I don't think they're like regular silver coins. I think there might be something special to them because they're minted with a face that I don't recognize on them.
Let's see coin.
Okay, I hand one over. And I say, "Oh yeah, you can just keep that one if you want."
He takes it and he looks at both sides of it and says, these everywhere. And tosses it back to you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh man. All right. Oh no, they're back in the cart. Shit, I left all my fancy clothes back on the cart. God damn it.
Ah, man, that really would have worked.
Right? You can just see him now, dressed in fancy Elephant Man clothes.
Yuk-Yuk
They
and
could be
Spider-
taken in.
You could probably get like 3 or 4 sets of clothes made out of them.
Oh, probably.
Hey, Yuk-Yuk and Spider-Bait dudes, if you guys are hungry, I could make you up some food for like a day. Maybe that would help. If that's a consideration.
We eat okay.
Okay, I think I got it. Just I've got in my possession. I pull out this jade that's worth 50 gold pieces, but I don't tell him how much. I will tell him. I'm gonna pull out this jade. I'm gonna say, during our adventures, we found this very valuable jewel, which is worth about 50 gold pieces. How about we'll give you 10 gold per day? Then once we get out, we'll give you this jade at the end of it.
He holds out his hand. Can I see?
So, sure. And I'll hand the jade over and sort of make sure he doesn't do anything nefarious with it.
Okay. So he takes the jade, and as he did back with the dice before, he kind of looks at it really closely. Looks
Oh, yeah, hold it up.
through it towards at a light.
Here, I've got the light going.
Okay. He looks through it at the light. He kind of hefts it in his hand. And he licks it once. And he hands it back to you. For shiny stone, I do 15 per day. And shiny stone at the end.
I eye everybody up and I say, I mean, that might be the best deal we're gonna get, I'll be honest.
Felix, and I like tap my forehead, and with my other hand I do like the mouth open, mouth closed
Oh, yeah.
sign.
I shoot you the finger pistols.
Pew! Felix, perhaps we're in a bit of dire straits here. My coin purse is a bit light at the moment. I've got a total of, south of 4 gold pieces upon my person. So, not sure how sustainable this plan is long term at a price of 15 gold pieces every day.
Yeah, I don't either.
Also, excuse me, I forgot to ask before. I was unconscious at the time. Is the plan that they would get us out of here, or the plan that they would lead us to the Hammer of Nathril, which we still need to acquire?
The agreement was they would get us to the people who have the Hammer of Nathril.
Ah, I see. Perfect.
Yeah. That's the plan. I agree. We might want to haggle. I'm going to try to haggle them down a little bit.
I recommend going downward this time instead of upward.
I have an idea. I want to float this by you first. I was thinking about, like, I'd roll the die, and then the d20 that Orsik still has, whatever number it comes up, that'll be their daily rate. But it seems a little risky.
Perhaps what we could do is roll it every day, and whenever it comes up every day, they get that much.
You know what? I'll be honest. I really like that idea.
That's a fun plan. That's nice. Out of game. Fun idea.
I'm gonna float that by Orsik. By Wit.
Use that one for Orsik.
I like how you're like, I'm gonna see if Orsik likes this. Never mind. We're gonna check with Wit.
Sorry, I'm back on the screen and for some reason I'm looking at Orsik.
You like mind float that to Orsik and it's just growling.
It sounds like the cavern. It's just like just like ominous cavern noise.
White noise of an old TV.
So wait, I was just chatting with Fal Dune, and he brought up an idea where we could roll the die every day, and then whatever it comes up, we'll pay him that much gold. It might lighten our pockets a bit.
I mean, there's a good chance that we'll only have to pay them less, but also a pretty good chance that we're gonna get hosed in this. Now, if all else fails, we get to the end. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's asking for 15.
Yeah, we can't sustain that.
The odds are pretty good that we'll owe him less than that by the end of, in the long run, theoretically. But we'll owe him less than 15 per day. Yeah, I mean, I still have some stuff for trade-in, but I'll be honest, it's not a whole lot.
All right, well, float that idea by them. They seem to like the idea of games. Sadly, I don't have any cards on me, or I just, try and beat them in gambling, but...
I had some cards, I left them in the cart.
We could always mention a cart full of valuables, too. Kind of tantalize them.
I've got two greasy, oily, shitty decks of goblin cards back in the cart.
It's perfect, they're goblins.
Yeah. Alright, that's a good idea.
I saw those in your inventory, and I thought that anything that was in the cart was in the cart's inventory.
That's true, but I write it in my inventory and just click it as not carried to indicate that it's in the cart, just to remember what's in the cart when we're not right next to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Smart.
Alright, I'm gonna address Yuk-Yuk. Yuk-Yuk, I have a counter offer for you. We'll still give you the jewel at the end, but each day if you want to roll that die that we showed you earlier, we could give you an amount of gold equal to how high you rolled on it. It could be a lot more than 15 per day.
Could be less too, but Yuk-Yuk like game. You sure nothing wrong with die?
How about this? We'll give you at least 5 gold per day, no matter how low you roll on it, so you don't get totally hosed out of it.
Yuk-Yuk looks at you with that appraising eye for a few moments. And he turns and he whispers. Go ahead.
I give him my best smile, like, eh?
That's car salesman. He turns and whispers something in Spiderbait's ear. Spiderbait seems to listen and then gives one nod with a little grunt. Yuk-Yuk turns back to you and spits in his hand and holds out his hand. Deal.
Oh, perfect. I will,
Right
I just look at my hand. How about this? I'll hover my hand over my trunk and I'll give like a... Well, it's not like super spitty, but it's maybe a little bit of mucus came out. And I'll shake his hand, I guess.
He gives your hand one firm shake, and then takes it back and like wipes his hand on his sleeve. Okay. Where's Dice?
How many spells to get rid of this? Hey Orsik, could you hand over the die, please?
I suppose.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And I gently give it to Felix.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna hold out my non-spitty hand.
Yes, thank you. Don't touch me with that goblin nasty.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I don't want it to be on me. So I'm gonna give the die to Yuk-Yuk. There you go, sir.
Yuk-Yuk takes the die, and he looks it over again carefully in his hand. And he gives it a little shake, and tosses it on the ground. Okay. 6.
Still higher than 5. Alright. I'll take it out of the common inventory.
Yuk-Yuk picks up the dice and puts it in his bag and says, I hold for safekeeping.
Alright, not my die. I hand over 6 gold pieces from the communal fund.
Yuk-Yuk takes the coins and carefully counts them before tucking them away in his bag, turning and nodding to Spiderbait, who turns and walks into the darkness, not the way you came, but the other direction off to the right. He says, okay, Spiderbait, clear the way. Let's go. And
perfect.
Sets off walking at a slower pace than Spiderbait, so that Spiderbait pretty quickly outdistances you and gets ahead to the point that you can't see him anymore.
Perfect.
So, you proceed to follow Yuk-Yuk, who's leading the group of you, into the Underdark. Just a general description of the terrain. So you had started to see spiderwebs a few minutes prior to the stopping, and that continues. There's large strands of spider silk scattered, from walls and ceiling every now and then. Some of them almost as big around as the finger that you have to kind of duck past or walk by. The ground is still fairly rough, split by small ravines or chasms from time to time. Stalactites and stalagmites abound. There's little patches of those glowing mushrooms, and every now and then you'll even see a patch of larger mushrooms, almost like a forest of huge mushrooms, off in the distance, a little ways away from the path. So travel through that sort of terrain is going to continue for several hours. Are you guys having any sort of conversations or doing anything else while you do that?
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled and make sure Fal Dune isn't eating too many more mushrooms.
No, I'm saving them for later, dude. For non-life-threatening situations.
Oh, see, that's smart.
Yeah.
I think Orsik would just be overcautiously watching the goblins.
So can we see Spiderbait from where we are, or is he too far ahead that he's lost in the gloom?
He's too far ahead that he is lost in the gloom.
Dang.
Every now and then, things will work out just right, and he'll be passing in front of, a patch of glowing mushrooms or something. 400 or 500 yards ahead, so you'll see a glimpse of him. But otherwise, he's pretty much gone up there, and you just have Yuk-Yuk leading you on.
When I do get occasional glimpses of him, I will whisper under my breath, "BAM-BA-LAM."
All right. Anything else? Okay.
No, they're good.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Sorry, got to do a little rolling here. I'm using material from other books, so I gotta flip through every now and then and pick something out. Okay.
Well, it's been nice knowing you all.
Everybody roll me just a flat d20. I guess if it was flat, it wouldn't be a d20, it'd be a coin.
I was about to say that. Damn it.
You're welcome.
You made me roll worse.
Oh, great. I knew I should have rolled the die.
I
The
knew
bartering.
I should have rolled the coin.
All right. So there's that. And oh man, there's a lot of dice rolls to figure out some of these tables. All right, I think I figured out everything we got here. We are going to jump to another map for a little while. I'm gonna put everybody together so I can copy you. All right, this one too. All right, did you guys move maps?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So you are walking along, making progress, and all of a sudden, Felix, you feel the
this
ground giving way beneath you as a sinkhole opens. Roll me a dexterity save.
Oh yeah, huh? My best skill. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh nothing. What's under core stats? I see.
Nailed it.
First try.
Yeah, the solid goose egg.
Like a glove.
All right, let me check this.
Been nice knowing you all.
All right, Spiderbait, you're in the party now.
We've been promoted. So the sinkhole opens up. I gotta move you guys into actual grids. There we go. The sinkhole opens up pretty much just in the square that Felix is in, and I'm gonna... I don't know, that kind of looks like a hole in the ground, almost. Yeah, just like that, exactly. So the sinkhole opens up in the ground, and you fall through. You fall 20 feet.
Oh, Jesus! Alright.
And let me find my D10, because that's what we had used in the past for falling damage. Take 7 falling damage, well, bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
So you are at the bottom of a 20-foot pit. The rest of the party is kind of right there near the edges of the pit. You've taken damage. And because of these brilliant rolls, let's see. It's got to be in here somewhere. There we go. As you fall into the pit, everybody else go ahead and give me a perception check. Everybody but Felix.
He's a little preoccupied.
No, just give him
Where'd
disadvantage.
Felix go? Oh,
Huh. Something's happening.
And where are we?
Oh, it's dark in here.
Oh, thank goodness for you.
Don't worry, the trip's passed. I'm useful again now. Ooh, mushrooms.
No. I need to go buy a squirt bottle when we're in town next. Just fill it up with some water. No.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this GIF, trying to vamp. Is this just a pothole that's like 5 feet deep?
it looks like an open sewer cover.
Ah,
Or an open sewer inlet that has like a little bit of a depression around it, and you happen to jump straight through it, I think.
You fuck, it's up there. Fuck, shit. Up from the ceiling. And I point towards the ceiling dramatically.
Haha, I'm safe under the sinkhole.
From the ceiling up above, if you can see it, it's not that big. I gotta shrink the token, sorry.
Please.
From the ceiling up above, several what appears to initially be stalactites, but rapidly resolve into some sort of stony-looking creature with a gaping maw and sharp teeth that is just disguised as a stalactite.
What
Come
the
plummeting
fuck?
towards the ground.
A bunch of shrimp.
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Can you shrink him down a
Oh,
little
I
more,
was
please?
worried it was the ticklers.
Nope,
Yeah,
not
me
sure.
too.
I was having like
This
a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, so as they're falling through the air, they would be straight, so they would look more like a stalactite. And that's
Wow.
what they were disguised as. But yeah, the token I have happens to have them kind of curled
Oh, I
up.
thought this was the shrimp from Contra. Do I have to? Am I also in combat?
You are in combat. You are just 20 feet lower than.
Fucking awesome!
Nah. What are you doing?
I just fell down a sinkhole. Alright, cut me some slack.
That's a good
He's
point.
still trying to figure out what happened.
Oh my gosh, Zero.
So far, this
Oh,
random encounter table is working out great. So I rolled, like, you have to roll a d20, and it tells you, like, all right, from here to here, nothing. From here to here, like a terrain encounter. From here to here, a monster encounter. If you get a 20, come do a terrain and a monster encounter at the same time.
Oh, nice.
Ah, I'm glad one of us rolled a 20.
And on the monster team. So you got a terrain feature and monsters at the same time.
Wow.
Let me grab this. Gotta get these guys onto the table so I can actually work with them. And I guess I need my monster manual. All right. So as soon as the piercers start to fall from the ceiling, Yuk-Yuk rapidly disappears. He seems like he has some sort of trick to hide or get away very quickly when danger is near, and he is very rapidly nowhere to be seen.
Me too.
Maybe he fell in a sinkhole too.
You preemptively sense the danger and you're just like, nope, bye.
Whoop. All right, Wit, you're first.
Okay, so I am terrible with attacks of opportunity, so I'm just going to use my cunning action as my bonus action to slip over here and attempt a flank of this gross thing. And then I'm going to stab it. As soon as I remember where the stabbing thing is. There it is.
All right, that will definitely hit.
Heck yeah.
All right,
And
10 damage.
I think I get sneak attack. I don't know. It's been like a month since we played D&D.
Pretty sure you do.
And I'm on painkillers, so you know.
Riding the wave.
That's too many. Ignore that. That's too many.
I don't know that it is. Oh, you needed 4d6s. You rolled 64s.
I did. I had a dyslexic
That's pretty
moment.
funny.
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't seem too far off, actually.
It won't be too crazy far off. I think your floor is going to be a little higher because with 4d6, your minimum would be 4.
Hey, there we go.
Holy shit.
That is incredible. I fucking
Wow.
love that so much.
Wow.
That's it. We have to end the series right here.
Yeah.
Meant to be.
17 is your number. Just go play the lottery, please.
They call
I
that
know,
the
with
additive
17.
crit.
That's my back.
All right. How would you like to do it with that?
So I'm gonna quickly just run over, grab. Are these things like kind of small on the ground?
They're probably 3 or 4 feet long.
Kind of like a snake, though, kind of slithery.
A little bit. Their skin's tougher. It's closer to like a stone-like texture, and they get a little fat towards like the top end, but the sharp tail part's a little thin.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and like do my best to aim for its neck, and I'm just gonna flip my rapier around straight down and just stab it through the neck.
All right. You stab it through the neck, and it flops around like a fish for a few seconds before going still.
You're dead.
All right. There. Okay. It's now the creature's turn. So Felix is pretty safe here.
Super safe.
One of them goes after Wit, and it kind of hurls itself across the ground, lashing out at you with the large claw-like mandibles that it has.
Gross.
I'm going to roll that somewhere flat.
Yummy.
Is a 17 hit?
That'll hit.
Okay. Well. Take 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then one of them is going to go for Orsik. 18 to hit. Did you say miss?
Yep.
Okay. And then the other slides after Fal Dune.
I dare you.
17 to hit. They're very consistent.
Does in fact hit.
All right. Take 7 piercing damage.
7.
And Orsik.
Aha! Retaliation!
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. 7 bludgeoning plus 8 for 15.
Take that.
The one next to you. All right. The piercer looks quite stunned and lacerated by that attack.
Alright, and for my final smash. Oh.
Fortunately, that will not hit. It's able to flip out of the way.
It looked colorful and cool, but it was a dud.
All right, Fal Dune.
Spell the word spectacular. All right, that still failed. There we go. Okay. Man, offensive options really at a premium with Fal Dune. Aha! Perfect. I can still do this though. Do these piercers look like a thing that I would recognize? Like, there's nothing in my background or anything that would make me think the answer to that would be yes. I'm just making sure.
I think probably no.
Okay. Because I am going to use my wild shape. I was wondering if I knew some kind of natural predator to the piercers.
Probably not.
Ah, boo. Alright. Then in that case, I'll go with the old standby. Turn into a bear. Bear up these fools. I'm kind of sad that there's not... Oh, you know what? No. Scratch that. Instead of the bear, could I be a giant spider? Because we did see a giant spider web along here, and maybe that would do it.
Okay.
Oh, this is a great idea. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And
Man, it's just like the theme song. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Olive Garden.
Yeah, that's the one.
all right, you should be able to control the spider now.
Oh wait, can I? I can in fact control the spider.
Okay.
All right.
And I think the wild shape, does that take your whole turn?
Not if you're a moon druid.
Mm.
For some reason. Now the moon druid, I'm gonna be 100% really fucked up.
Yeah.
Specifically for the purposes of being another thing. Now luckily, obviously I know exactly what the spider is able to do. And I'm not stalling for time, looking it up in the monster manual. Because if I were to do that, that would be unprofessional. And if there's one thing that we all know...
Page 328.
Right there. I was gonna say I just try to like bite it and eat it. One of my actions is a bite as a giant spider, so bam. I would like to do one of them.
Okay.
Let me see here. I should have set up a macro for this. I will do that on someone else's turn. In the
no worries.
meantime, D20 plus 5, so we're doing that. Plus 5. Woo! 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Ah, woo! Alright. Now this fool is taken to D8 plus 3. 8 plus 3. Whoops. Nailed it.
Dang, that's a lot of damage.
Jesus Christ! But that was breakdancing. Did you see that?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Now so it's taking 5
Whopping
piercing.
5 points
In
of damage.
addition, it's gotta make a Constitution save or else be poisoned.
Okay. What's the
Sorry,
save?
you would take poison damage. You would not become poisoned. The save is 11. DC 11.
Okay. It passes the Constitution save.
Aw, boo. Are you sure? Oh, or half as much damage on a success. Boom.
Okay. Roll me some poison damage.
2d8s, and we're gonna do half of this. So that fool has taken 2 poison damage. Boom.
Oh man, high roller.
And I would like to just like deliver him a scathing insult in Spider. So I'm imagining something like.
All right.
No, something to really get his blood boiling.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Felix, you suddenly find yourself at the bottom of a 20-foot pit with some damage from that, and then there's like some shouting and the sound of combat above you.
Hmm. Hey, do y'all need some help up there? Is something happening?
Is what Fal Dune says.
Bugs. Stone bugs.
Oh, bugs, huh?
Well,
Oh,
no,
boy.
I think you would have heard me shout as you were falling into the sinkhole. I was like, up there, the ceiling. They're coming down.
Mhm.
I didn't describe exactly what it was, but I made some kind of warning. I'm
Oh,
sure.
okay, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna look around wherever I am. Is there like an obvious way out of wherever I am?
No, it's a sheer pit, 20 feet deep, just about 5 feet around. It doesn't lead into another tunnel or anything.
Oh, great. Is it, oh, here we go. Hold, please. I'm gonna check my inventory. Please. Oh, fuck. Shit. I left all my rope on the cart. What a fool I am.
I have some.
Don't worry about it. Alright, well, needing to help my friends, I will cast the fly spell upon myself. 1 3rd level spell. 1 fly. Ignore the HP heal.
Yep.
Alright, and I will, fly up above the lip of the sinkhole and just sort of survey my surroundings.
They're still out. Thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, they should be in, but they're still open.
Oh boy.
Sorry. Time to put the birds up.
A lot of energy.
The
all of a
laughing in the
sudden.
background's my favorite part.
Magnus was laying under my desk, and it's like an old desk with like the metal frame. So he was laying under it upside down, and when she went to open the door, he suddenly realized he needed to be in the other room. So he's like kicking the sides of the metal desk to try and get rolled over and get out.
That's understandable.
All right. So yeah, you fly up above the pit, and I didn't catch much after that. Sorry.
I'm gonna look at this giant spider in front of me and make a noise kind of like "Bah!" and back way the hell up over here. And also fly up a little bit if at all possible. Sort of like this way at like a 45-degree angle.
Okay. So you want to be like 10 feet off the ground or something?
In that neighborhood it'd be pretty awesome.
Okay.
And I don't know if this creature's gonna have an attack of opportunity on me. Because I was technically within about 5 feet of it being here.
I think it would get one per the rules. Let's see what
Alright.
it does. 15 to hit.
I believe my AC is 15.
All right. Take 9 piercing damage.
Alrighty. Ow. At least it wasn't the spider.
Anything
And,
else?
I'm done. No, I'm
Okay.
good.
Wit, we're back around to you.
Oh man. Well, I got a nasty right next to me, so I'm gonna stab him.
As you do.
You know, it's a good strategy.
Solid work. All right, that does hit.
All right, and since there's no baddies nearby, I get my sneak attack. Which I'm gonna do this right this time.
40-66, right?
40-66. Yeah.
Now, the question is, when I say 40-66, is that 46 D6s?
Nah.
Or is that 40 66s?
Nah. You've got to roll 4 d6s. That then determines the number of d6s you will roll later.
Makes sense.
There we go.
There you go. No, I like that.
I also like that math problem right there. It's good.
Call that an equation.
Okay, let's see. 6 piercing damage. Third one.
That's not what I asked for at all. I'm disappointed.
That does that. Anything else?
It's really all I can do.
All right, that piercer's looking pretty rough at this point. But we go back to them. So that one lashes out at Wit, since you're the one that just heard it.
It stabbed me first.
That's true, and it's not going to stab you a second time apparently, because it fails.
Yeah.
The one near Orsik attacks him. 19 to hit.
Hit.
Take 5 piercing damage, and the one up by Fal Dune, well, by the spider, attacks the spider. That's like a 9 to hit. That's gonna get there.
Yeah, correct.
All right. Orsik.
All right. Let's finish it off.
And that was on number 2. Okay. You smash your Azer hammer into the creature, and it sort of curls up, and it's just lying there on the ground, quivering, but is still alive.
Do I kill it, or any one of you smarty pants
I
want to
believe
run
it's
some
still alive.
tests? Like, is it in a state where it could attack me, or is it pretty much rendered helpless?
I mean, it could still attack you.
Oh, okay. All right, well then. We'll just put a stop to that right quick.
Or not. With your follow-up attack, you unfortunately miss.
I grimace and end my turn.
All right, spider.
Yes. Tick tack and such. Well, first I'm gonna look over at Felix. I'm not sure if a spider could do this, but the closest approximation to a finger gun, I would like to do that directly at Felix.
Yeah, I don't think that helps the matter.
I didn't think so, but
You're like pointing one leg at him, and he's also distracted by the piercer standing on the other side of him from you. So,
does anyone know what the spider translation to "Hey, what's up, dude"? Does anyone know that? I understand it's a long shot. Nah, I guess not. Not the right audience for that.
Nope.
That kills in druid circles. Whatever. I'm gonna turn to this piercer, and I'm just gonna take a bite out of it like a hot dog. Bam.
all right, that unfortunately will miss.
Dang.
Did you attack? Oh, do you have multi-attack?
I don't have multi-attack. That's for advantage or disadvantage. So just take the first d20 roll.
Yep, that unfortunately will miss.
I don't know why it rolled 3 d20s, though. Oh, it didn't. That's a d8. That's a shame. Oh, well.
Numbers are hard. It's okay.
I don't have multi-attack, so that's all I got.
Okay. Felix.
Oh boy, howdy. Seeing all of my friends attacking the little shrimps, and the spider also attacking the shrimps, I will refrain from my initial instinct, and instead of attacking the spider, I'll attack the little shrimps. With something good that'll surely knock him dead. Oh, I just learned this nifty little spell from my Folio of Blood. Let's try this. And, which is the one that, you know what, I'll just do this one because it's close.
It was me.
Has this one taken damage yet?
Yes, it's looking pretty rough.
Excellent. Alright, then I will cast Toll the Dead on it. And since it's taking damage, it takes 2d12 as opposed to 2d8s.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. How wise are piercer? Not very. Ooh.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're
After modifier,
Dum.
after modifier, that's going to be a 1.
It rolled pretty high, I see.
So that's going to be 2d12. Yep, so you already rolled the 2d12, so that's 9 damage. How would you like to do it?
I go through the hand motions as described in the folio. I'm gonna say, "Gosh, I hope this works." And I met with the dolorous ringing of bells filling the air as it just sort of keels over.
The sound of mournful funeral bells echoes through the cavern as the already wounded piercer just sort of curls in on itself for a brief second, every muscle in its body constricting before it collapses limp.
Perfect. That's all I'm gonna do.
All right. Wit.
Oh man. I'm sorry, which one just died?
The one next to you.
Oh, true. Thanks, man.
Oh, hey, no
And
problem.
I guess I'll run up and help Orsik out real quick. And stab him. Not Orsik.
Please no.
Please no.
To clarify, unfortunately, that will miss.
He's a slippery little bugger.
Mm-hmm.
He's writhing around on the ground in pain, and it just makes it so hard to finish stabbing him.
Just stop.
Anything else?
That's my turn.
All right. So the one up by Fal Dune is going to attack him. That'll be a 13 to hit.
Aha, the fool. That is a miss.
All right. And the one here is going to go after Wit since she was the last person to attempt to hurt it.
Oh, come on.
21 to hit.
What was that?
21.
I mean, I guess it hits.
We'll roll it that way for now.
Yeah.
7 piercing damage.
And just to be a brat, I'm using my evasion reaction to take half of that.
All right. Orsik.
Wo-oah, maybe?
Mortar.
That won't do it either.
This is just a boss monster.
It's just got really, really high dex. Dodges anything.
Oh,
All right.
good.
How would you like to do it?
There we go. Yeah, backswing. I'll just kind of cleave it like a golf club.
All right. You swing the Azer hammer and clip it, and just smash it. Anything else?
No, that. Actually, I'll go say hi to my friend over here, the spider.
Which you're at least like 70% sure is actually Fal Dune. I should do that sometime. Split the party and replace Fal Dune with a giant spider, but don't tell anybody.
And then yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Fal Dune?
So the biting thing's not working. Alright, let's try this. Spiders have a web attack. It's a ranged attack. Unfortunately, this one's right up on me. Is this one by Wit still alive?
Nope. Sorry, I meant to mark that.
That's it. Alright. In that case, I don't want to try to bite it, but could I, like, wrangle it in my hands or in my mouth and then just, like, slam it against the ground?
If you'd like to try and grapple it, we can do that.
Okay. How about this? Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's grapple it. Put him in the full Nelson while someone else punches him.
Okay. I'm not really exactly sure how the mechanics of this would work for a spider to grab a piercer, but we're going to roll with it. Go ahead and give me your athletics check.
Okay. Well, I got a +2 to strength, so I'm going to roll a d20 +2. Oh, that was almost a 20. I saw it. It was there.
All right. Right. You are able, with your many limbs and mandibles, to grasp the creature and hold it still.
All right. I put the piercer into it's even more than a full Nelson. It's like a 200% Nelson.
Double Nelson. Got it. And Felix.
The full Nelson, huh?
The full Nelson.
The overfull, the stuffed Nelson.
The overflowing Nelson. Well, seeing how good the Toll the Dead was last time, and wanting to test its effectiveness more than once, I'm just gonna do it again. So if you hear bells, that means it's working.
All right.
Look at that.
Wisdom save. Ooh, he passes.
They are so wise.
Does it take half damage or none?
It does not. All or nothing.
Okay. Yeah, it passes
Well-
the wisdom save.
Needs more testing. Now I will fly. Use some of my 60 feet of movement. I'm gonna stay roughly 10 feet off the ground, but I'm gonna go like right here. So that the spider's out of my line of sight.
All right. Wit.
All right. Yeah, I can get there. Shoop. Okay. Do you still have the thing in your mouth there, Spider Dune?
Yes.
Dude.
I don't know if I trust myself to stab it out of your mouth.
Nah, get him. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna heckin' do it. 12.
How would you like to do it? With all the flavor and flair you would like.
I don't even know. I'm just impressed I was able to stab it and not him.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Any flavor text?
I just kind of see like the Spider Dune shaking it, and it's like, you know how a dog has a chew toy?
Yeah.
And you can time it perfectly just to like yank the toy out of their mouth.
Yeah.
That's my feeling right now, but except with my hand, it's a rapier, and I just like kind of and pull it back.
You neatly skewer the creature while Spider Dune continues to shake it, killing it instantly.
Well, that was the thing.
Are we not attacking the spider?
I'm like 90% sure that's Fal Dune.
Yeah, I'm gonna like back away just a little bit. And if you've ever seen a spider sit down before, I think we've all seen that. You know, I won't bother describing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm still uneasy about it, but I guess I'll let it survive.
So what's the ground made out of right now? Like, is it sandy or is it like solid rock?
That's not what I wanted.
I think none of these things are what I wanted.
I think we need to get you some maracas, and then we'll know.
I was looking for one of a spider sitting down to see if I could find it. I do like the one with maracas. That's pretty good.
This is how we'll know.
I like the one with the baby falling on its face. I don't know how I didn't see that before.
So, as everything gets quieter, don't need that layer. Out from behind a nearby mushroom, Yuk-Yuk pops back up, looks around quickly. You get them all?
It sure seems that way.
Good. Nice work.
Oh, thank you. Say, I like
nice
that
work.
hiding act.
enough to know how to survive down here.
Hey, how do you survive all the way down there? Like, past the sinkholes.
I'm not. Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
I said, how do you survive all the way down there? Like, down in the sinkholes.
They come up sometimes. Hard to predict, but usually we can jump over them as they open.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good skill to have, I'll tell you.
Got to be fast. So
I'll take your word for it. We seem to have traded one companion for a big spider. So if you see a big spider behind you, it's just the guy who liked the mushrooms.
yeah, I saw him turn.
Oh, okay.
It's
Just making sure.
a little reductive, but okay.
The idiot who liked the mushrooms.
There, that's better.
Much more descriptive.
Well-rounded character.
2 character traits.
Yuk-Yuk
I'm
turn begins walking down the trail in the same direction that you had been traveling before again.
Alright. I'm gonna stay up here if it's okay with you.
Anything else before we carry on?
Oh, I'm good.
Can't think. Nah, I've done enough experimentation to try to eat things here. I think I'm good.
Please stop eating things.
Yeah, I was gonna try to eat the piercer, but I.
No!
Yeah, I realized that was a bad idea. Maybe later. Maybe once.
Imagine stomachache, dude.
Yeah, maybe once this whole thing's passed over.
Just come back here and be like, yes, now I will eat these.
When it's not quite in such recent memory.
All right. So you continue your journey, crossing through a little bit of a swampy area and back up the bank on the other side, walking over the rough ground, glowy mushrooms, stalactites, stalagmites, huge pillars of stone. The same things you've been used to for a while here. Make a roll. All right. So with several more hours of walking, you eventually approach one of those forests of mushrooms that you had seen in the distance. Yuk-Yuk walks up to it, and he cautiously looks around, and then leads you in through between 2 of the mushroom stalks. The mushrooms in this area are growing so thick that you're almost impenetrable, but he kind of weaves his way in between several of them, and the mushroom stalks open up enough in the middle that you find yourself in like a little hidden mushroom cave. You can't see anything around you. There's only the one entrance weaving through the mushroom stalks. So it appears to be a relatively enclosed, safe space. And Spiderbait is there waiting for you, chewing on a piece of unidentified fungus.
Hey, no offense, Spiderbait. I know you know what you're doing, but some of my friends have eaten some of those mushrooms, and it didn't work out too well for them. For us, for that matter.
Spiderbait nods. Wrong mushroom.
Oh, yeah, that'll explain it. It doesn't surprise me that they would have picked the wrong mushroom.
And this would have taken several hours, so at this point, Fal Dune, I think you're back to human form.
Boo.
So, it's just all mushrooms around us?
Like a very,
okay.
very dense patch of enormous mushrooms, and there's like a little hollow kind of carved out in the middle of them. So you're in a cave surrounded by mushroom stalks and with the tops of mushrooms over your head.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Oh, hey, Spiderbait and Yuk-Yuk dudes. Would it be too much trouble to ask you guys to show us, like, which mushrooms we could eat? Because, I'm not sure how much food we have on our person. That could be a real survival strategy.
Oh, you don't say.
Oh, that's true. I think you guys need to deduct like a day and a half worth of meals at this point.
Already done.
Instead of that, could we have talked out a thing beforehand where anyone, like, I still have spell slots that I could use for a good berry? So I could use one of those now, I guess. Maybe not before.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to coordinate that before, I'm sure you would have mentioned at some point. "Hey,
Well,
it's time-"
maybe not. I may have been indisposed at that point.
That is also true.
So I guess not for before. But hey, if anyone wants like some magical sustenance, I could provide that for us in the meantime.
I'm willing to try some magic. I am running pretty low on bark. Well, I'll try to save that as much as possible.
That's concerning.
Maybe since the food is magical, it'll satiate whatever magical hunger you have.
I sure hope so. I'm really hoping that it's like a magic times magic equals full sort of a situation.
True plus true equals 2. Boom.
Maybe
All
it'll
right.
cancel out.
So in that case, I guess deduct 1 day of normal rations for when he was indisposed. So you had probably had an evening meal and a morning meal, and then you can use the good berries for this current meal.
Yeah.
There's some good
Yep.
berries.
Oh, and it heals me by 1 hit point? Ooh.
Wow!
Hell yeah, dude.
Orsik would like to know if anyone has a blender and how many you can fit in it.
And
I
then
don't
what
have
kind
a
of
blender.
protein powder?
Can you ferment them?
One
Ooh.
shake is like 80,000 calories.
It's like
I
Michael
want-
Phelps.
I want good berry beer.
I think it would
just
be.
good beer.
I think it would be goodberry wine.
That's very true. Yeah, good beer.
No, I think it's good beery.
Well,
Good berry?
you know, you could.
I guess you could make good berry wine, and then put it in a still and
Yeah.
make good berry liquor. Good berry brandy.
I'm down for this. Let's try this when we get back.
I like this. I like
I'll throw
blackberry
Orsik.
and brandy. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Give everyone else in Serapin something to do while we're off adventuring.
Here, you guys, everyone get drunk while we're gone.
Still a hellish apocalypse scape, but there is booze.
I think booze would help.
Magical booze, potentially.
Yeah,
Magical booze.
If we're maintaining the, the magical properties of the good berry, would good berry brandy be like 240 proof?
I think
With
so.
more alcohol in it than the volume of liquid.
It's more
I'm
alcohol
going to
than
say
volume.
yes.
I'm also going to say yes. I feel like that's...
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like you can take a pill of whatever this is and get drunk off of that. It would be funny to me also if we could cheese it that way, such that the good berry is non-magical after 24 hours, but if you, like, extract some alcohol out of it, it's like you get around that. It extends the shelf life of the magic.
Aha!
We found a loophole. Felix, dude, get out your notes.
Campaign has changed. Now my players just run a liquor store.
Write that down, write that down.
Write it down right now. I don't know. I feel like Felix is becoming a very sensible businessman, and I'm proud of him.
Should get him a clipboard for Christmas.
Yeah, it's going on it's on my list.
Do you know what
I'm gonna
he
get
is?
him a monocle.
And a lanyard.
Monocle.
That's why he has the stopwatch there. It's actually a monocle. Dude.
So, Yuk-Yuk goes over to where there's like a small rock sitting out of the ground, and he sits down on it and leans back against one of the soft mushroom stalks and says, "You're safe. We rest for now. Carry on again tomorrow."
Yeah,
I can get behind this idea.
sounds good to me, dude.
Okay.
So, Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait, after some brief conversation between the two of them, begin to, lay down for a rest, take a nap. What are you guys doing?
I'm probably just gonna go to sleep because I'm pretty sleepy.
Do we want to take watches or like between
Yeah.
me and Whit? If these guys sleep like a whole 8 hours, just the two of us could watch on our own. Like Whit needs 4 hours, I need 4 hours.
We'll just split it up.
Well, that sounds fair.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys are happy, I'm happy. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, radical. Whit, I hate to say this. Do you mind going first? I feel like I didn't get a super good night's beauty sleep.
You
last
did
night.
not have a good night. I will go first.
Yeah, so, I mean, it was good in some respects. I feel like I'm more in
Bad
tune
mother.
with my inner self now.
Hey, that's
That's a bonus.
that's priceless.
I should put that on the character sheet.
There you go. Please do. Under features and traits.
Can I get inspiration for that, please? I feel like that was perhaps the most in-character thing anyone's ever done in D&D.
I don't know if I want to give inspiration for that.
Well,
Could you give me like a gold star sticker
sure, why
to
not?
put on my character sheet? I want to be a good noodle.
All right. Whoever is on watch first, go ahead and roll your perception.
Incoming. Maybe. There it goes.
All right. So you keep a careful eye out and listen, but you, aside from the snoring of Spiderbait, he seems to make a little more when he's asleep than he does when he's awake. There's no disturbances.
Easy mode.
And then you hand it off to Fal Dune.
Yep.
All right.
Do a high five, tag out.
Yeah, tag in.
Yeah.
Perception. Perception. Oh, you bitch! Oh, God damn it!
That was close.
That was so mean. Why would it do that to me? I'm like, how is this a single-digit number? I'm seeing a 19. Fuck. Wait, what happened? Are the dice wrong for anybody else?
What? I don't see the dice.
No.
So the 3D dice that are on my screen, it
Oh,
rolled
yeah.
2 of them because I had advantage with the roll. One of the dice was just chilling out on a 19, and the other one bounced off like the boundaries of the Chrome window and rolled into it and changed the fucking 19 to a 9. But
Wow, that's rough.
I didn't roll a 9 anywhere.
That's pretty
I rolled a
dope.
2 and a 3.
Yeah, you got a 2 and a 3, but it shows the 9. That is weird.
Like the
That's
aggressor
metal.
one that did the bumping, that one's a 2, but the other one's a 9. I feel robbed.
Aggressor.
The aggressor die.
That was lame. Regardless, we got a 9 for perception.
Okay.
Every time I hear Spiderbait snore in his sleep, I go, BAM-BA-LAM.
It's like every 4 seconds. BAM-BA-LAM. 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 It'd get old very quickly, I bet.
To be
So,
fair, it would make more sense than what Spiderbait's actually singing about. Good one, Jake. High five. Everyone got that one.
Got him.
That one landed.
Yep. Great joke. So, as you are sitting there listening, from somewhere off in the distance, you hear a loud, warbling roar. It seems to be very far away, and it's quiet enough that it doesn't wake any of the party members, but you do hear it.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything about it immediately right now, but I will keep like a sharper eye out and be like, okay, serious mode. Okay, serious time. I stop going BAM-BA-LAM every time I hear Spiderbait snore.
All right. So over the course of the next hour, you do hear the same noise a couple more times, and it seems to maintain about the same distance the first few times you hear it. But after that, it begins to get quieter, and then you don't hear it anymore. So whatever it is, it seems to have moved off.
All right. I assume that Yuk-Yuk and or Spiderbait would probably be on alert for such things if that was a problem. So since they're still asleep, I'm gonna take that as like I guess it's nothing to wake up everybody over.
All right. With that, the rest of your watch passes quietly, and Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait begin to roll over and stretch. As their rest period ends. Yuk-Yuk looks at you, Fal Dune, says, "Any problems?"
Yeah, a few hours ago there was like a pregnant whale or something that was out there, but it didn't seem to be very close to us. So, yeah, I just let it keep going away.
There are many things in the caverns. We'll be pretty safe here, though.
Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, and luckily nothing happened, so I'm gonna count that as a W for Fal Dune.
Spiderbait nods, or I'm sorry, Yuk-Yuk nods, and he and Spiderbait sit down and pull, small chunks of fungus out of their backpacks and begin to eat a morning meal. So everybody else go ahead and deduct another meal as well, or good berries as appropriate.
Yo.
Eat, and then we can figure something out for that.
Yeah, it's been less than 24 hours since the good berries happened, so if anyone wants to dig into one of those.
No, I'll take one.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, woo. Yeah, Felix, yeah. Did it sate the hunger last time?
It worked pretty alright, but I'm gonna ask Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait. Hey, or I guess before I even ask them, these mushrooms, are the stalks just like regular fleshy mushroom stalks? Or are they like more stiff and rigid?
They are
And barky.
more like regular mushroom stalks.
Shit. Well, maybe the magic won't know the difference. Hey, Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait, are these mushrooms that we're surrounded by right now? They're not good to eat, are they?
Yuk-Yuk looks around at the mushrooms in this room and says, "These aren't. Some are. I can tell you which."
Oh, no, that's okay. If I was to like peel one of these stalks off right here and then consume it, what do you think would happen to me?
I don't think it would hurt, but no good. No taste good.
Well, that's good enough for me. I'll partake in a good berry then.
All right. With that out of the way, Yuk-Yuk and Spiderbait dust off their hands and pack up what little belongings they have. And Yuk-Yuk pulls the jade die out of his bag.
Yep, I was expecting this.
And he takes the jade die and tosses it across the floor.
Please do. For some reason, I was thinking it was going to be a 19.
I see, there's no second die to bump that one. Fucking bullshit. Bump that one over to a 9. That's really a 3.
Alright.
Yuk-Yuk cackles gleefully. Scoops the die back up and puts it into his bag. 19.
Alrighty. I completely wipe out the group coffers. And, hand over an extra 6 of my own gold pieces. And, he has his 19 gold.
He has a huge grin on his face as he takes the 19 gold and puts it away inside his bag.
A pleasure doing business with you.
He nods and smiles. Yes!
I shoot with the finger pistols and I say, well, at least we're still up.
From 15 we are. Sorry, I crashed this call. You butt dial. You got me instead.
Sorry, wrong number.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Click.
Alright. Onwards, then.
Making notes about the gold you've given him. I want to keep track of it.
No problem.
I have an idea of what sort of hoard he's going to have when this is all over.
Oh, good. Gonna be the richest goblin I've ever known.
Dude, We should have traded him the secret to how to make alcohol in exchange for this. We're not thinking.
Oh,
That's
yeah, we
invaluable.
should've.
We'll
No.
try,
See what we just get him. We just want to get him good and drunk.
Yeah. Get him drunk, challenge him to cards, win our money back. Easy. Or, dance off. I don't care.
All right. So, with everything packed up, everybody's had a meal. He's got his money. He tucks the jade die back away into his bag, and he asks you all, "Ready to leave?"
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
We just got another long rest, right?
Yes.
And then next question is XP.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Hang on. I think you guys just killed 4 piercers.
And a giant spider. This is some intense flipping.
It'll be 400 experience.
So here's a question that hopefully will never happen, but I feel like it would be interesting to get everyone's input on this. So if I am able to turn into a thing which gives out a huge amount of XP somehow, could I just okay guys, it's for the greater good, like Orsik, you're really close to getting this. Yo, wait, you're really close to getting something real good. Felix, you're gonna get 9th level magic. Just kill me and then go face the whatever. Would that work?
I am not sure how I would rule that.
Felix, you're gonna get 9th level magic. Wish me back.
I mean, what about just doing a player kill? Does that net experience, period?
It's a good question. I've never thought about it. 2D, 5e. I'm going to see what other people say.
Because I feel like you're killing a creature. I feel like it would be much the same as if we put it under some kind of docile making spell. And just and then we proceeded to wail on it. So honestly, I think it would give us XP.
Reading.
Well, he hasn't said no yet. I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to come to that.
I don't think it would, but I feel like that would be an interesting dilemma to have at some point. But especially with none of us as healers, I hope it won't ever come up.
So apparently there is a way to take an average damage from your attacks and calculate that against the AC and your hit points. And then there's a chart somewhere in the Dungeon Master's Guide that will translate that into a challenge rating, which would have an experience value assigned to it. It's not an exact science, because things like utility spells and other features that can affect how easy or hard someone is to kill might adjust it a little bit. So there'd be a little bit of discretion, but it would at least give a place to start.
Interesting. I start eyeballing the group.
Hey.
So, interesting sidebar. Yuk-Yuk turns and nods to Spiderbait. Spiderbait nods back and squeezes his way out between the mushroom stalks back out onto the path. And Yuk-Yuk turns to the 4 of you. All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
Cat with the knife.
I didn't expect that little girl in that Clint Eastwood.
I know. I was tabbed away doing something else. I know exactly the gif you're talking about.
I didn't realize it. I wasn't looking at it when the girl came up. That's great.
Yeah, she's like my spirit animal, pretty much. Yeah, I'm ready. Whenever you guys are.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
So Yuk-Yuk leads you out of the mushroom forest and back down the back on the trail. You continue walking. The occasional spider webs that you had been passing begin to grow more and more frequent, and they begin to get larger. At times, you are having to duck under them while also stepping over others, or have to turn sideways, or even cut one from time to time. Although Yuk-Yuk is careful to caution you against cutting too many of them or brushing against them too frequently.
What a swell guy.
All right. So, after several hours of walking in this manner, you see up ahead, or rather, everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Perception. Nailed it. Meaning Felix and I are sharing a single eyeball.
I sure missed that cart.
So Orsik and Wit, both of you notice that as you continue walking, the echoes of your footsteps are coming back at you, and they sound like they're coming out of a much, much larger space than they have been for the past hour. So it seems like the cavern, which you already cannot see, you already cannot see to the far wall or the ceiling in most places, is getting even larger up ahead.
Great.
Oh boy.
Well, that's good.
So with another half an hour or so of walking, as the spider webs continue to get thicker, some of them now as thick as your arm or your leg, you see Spiderbait waiting up ahead. And as you approach him, along with Yuk-Yuk, you notice that he's standing alongside a cliff face, a steep drop-off. And to both sides, left and right, as far as you can see, that cliff, that drop-off extends. And there are hundreds of spider webs crisscrossing at all directions and angles across this gulf that is ahead of you, leading off into the darkness with no end in sight. Spiderbait, as you approach, nods to you and exchanges a few quiet words with Yuk-Yuk, hops onto one of the larger spider silk ropes and begins walking off over the void.
Man, I wish I was that cool sometimes.
Yuk-Yuk turns and looks at the rest of you and says, "Well, are you ready?"
And this is how I die. But
I'll say yes.
So Yuk-Yuk hops onto the same piece of spider silk that Spiderbait had jumped onto, which is like as big around as a man's thigh. No, you know what? I had actually come up with something for this. It's like a foot across, so it's enough that you can walk on it, single file. But like you can't pass each other on it, and it counts as difficult terrain unless you have a climbing speed.
Hey, Yuk-Yuk and or Spiderbait, about how long are we gonna be walking on this thing? Like an hour, 5 minutes?
Preferably less.
Yeah, like 2-3 steps.
Yuk-Yuk kind of looks out into the darkness and turns back to you. I think normally crossing take day and a half, maybe 2.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd say something that long. All right.
Depends
I'll start
on
walking.
if all the strands we need to cross are still there, if they've moved, and who we run into on the way.
Oh, good. All right. I'll get to stepping.
So Felix, how about you like really be ready with like a fly spell or something in case somebody falls?
Yeah, I've got an itchy fly finger,
Okay.
and then I've got something else up my sleeve just in case that fails.
Excellent. While you're doing that, I think I may turn into a spider just to have natural evolutionary advantages with such
Oh,
things.
good. Good.
No.
I'll
I mean
just,
like an actual, real-sized, not giant spider.
Oh, okay, good.
Normal one.
Yeah, I can live with
Oh
that.
yeah, why not? Why would I be a giant spider on a relatively... Well, it's still a huge spider web, but like, nah. You know what? I'll just be like a spider, and I'll crawl like onto your backpack. How's that?
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
Okay, I'll crawl onto Orsik's backpack.
There you go. You won't even notice.
Go.
Orsik's that okay with you?
For now.
All right, sweet.
If you can stand the stench.
Oh yeah, here we go. I'll turn into a maggot. How's that? Really feel like home.
I don't think spiders have a nose, so I think you should be all right on that.
Oh, radical. Then I would like to expend wild shape to do that. Does anyone have some kind of like way to tell when? Pick a random number here. 3 hours has passed.
Oh, I don't.
Because if I just bust out of
Nope.
Orsik's backpack, that would be, I think, incredibly funny, but not exactly what we're going for.
You could just be like on the outside of his backpack.
Okay, that's good. All right, I'll take that.
Like find a nice like a flap that you're still protected on most sides, but if you bust out, you're still like on the top of his backpack.
All right, that's good thinking.
And it definitely won't throw him off balance or anything.
No,
No.
it's perfect.
I'm trying to think if there's some kind of spell that I would have prepared which would allow me to do anything like that, and I don't think there is. Nah. Okay, is there any kind of, like, check I could do or any way to keep track of time somewhat accurately? So I can stay a spider for 3 hours. I would like to get off of Orsik's backpack when I think I have, like, 10 minutes left, so I can just crawl behind everybody. Like a sense of time check.
I don't know that we've ever had to do anything like that. I'm not sure.
I was thinking it could be like some kind of
I
intelligence.
think there is something like that, though.
Is there?
There is, or at least I've been thinking of
Persuasion.
Pathfinder, but yeah, I think there is.
I was
It
just gonna
might-
say that it's since it's a magical thing, like you can feel when the magic is starting to wear off.
I think that also makes sense.
Yeah, like you have an idea, gets a little tingly right before it wears off, so you'll have some warning.
Oh, okay, get a
Like
little
a-
sleepy.
Yeah, like your foot's asleep.
Ah, okay.
All 8 of them.
All 8 of them, it's really uncomfortable.
All right, I'm gonna bump you guys to this map that kind of represents this area, but I am not 100% that the dynamic lighting is working right. The audio's acting
Well, that
weird.
doesn't sound right.
I don't know if it's me or if it's the map.
That'll get the old vertigo going.
So does that dynamic lighting look right to you guys?
I can't see nothing,
Yeah.
so it looks great to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see. Okay, yeah, I can see what we're going for. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a torch or something that you want on, Felix?
I've got my I've got my light on something. I don't know what, but I'm sure it's something on my body, so I'm good.
Okay. It's
That's
just,
working.
everything just adjusted. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I can see out to here, which is perfect.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep,
everything just.
I'm good.
I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, that makes sense. That's the right diameter. So it doesn't really matter if you guys see the rest of this map because it's all obviously just more of the same for the purpose of encounters and everything. I was going to go over this briefly, and then this is probably where we'll stop so we don't get into an encounter in this environment. But for the purposes of navigating the Silken Paths, movement counts as difficult terrain when you're walking on the wide silk bridges. So you can walk, it just counts as difficult terrain. You don't have to make any checks or anything. But you cannot pass each other without some sort of like acrobatics check or somebody doing some climbing or something to get around each other.
Haha. I can.
If you have to transition to one of the smaller strands, it then becomes acrobatics checks or athletics checks to like climb along them. So you can take shortcuts or go, try to go around on one of the smaller strands, but you have to make checks to do so. And then if you fall, the webs are at all levels. So if you fall, it's not an instant death sentence. There are chances for you to catch yourself on further strands down below.
Oh, good. Oh yeah, not instant death. We just, get stuck on a different strand away from all our
Yeah.
friends.
Of course, it wouldn't
Like-
be instant death. I mean, it would take us
Gotcha.
time to fall.
Brilliant.
So that is your environment right now. You cannot see the ceiling of the cavern you are in. You cannot see the floor of the cavern. Once you have moved more than 100 feet away from the precipice that you started on, you can't see that either. So as far as you know, you are simply suspended on spider silk over an endless void, marching carefully along behind a goblin named Yuk-Yuk and his friend Spiderbait.
And spider bait.
BAM-BA-LAM.
So I'm just going to throw this out now in case we do lose track of Yuk-Yuk and anything that comes up. We should mark this web. Or, we should, leave breadcrumbs.
I think I still have chalk in my pack. Hang on.
I know for a fact I have 5 pieces of chalk in my backpack.
I know one of us has
Didn't
chalk.
leave that on
so-
the cart.
Yeah, I think you have it.
Now the question is, does chalk write on spider silk?
I was just thinking that. I don't
Stay
think so,
tuned
because
to
the silk
find
would have
out.
to be.
Yeah.
Here's what we could do. You could take some chalk and scrape a few bits of it off, so we got chalk dust stuck to the web.
Hold on, I do have 2 bottles of black ink and a quill. I could probably blot it
There you go.
at least a little bit.
Just really right. Felix was here.
It's probably just gonna be a little ink blot because I don't have that much ink.
That works too.
Can't do a lot of art.
Maybe a little picture. I will figure something out.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
believe in us.
Cool, I just didn't want to forget.
Yeah, and if you guys want to leave a note for yourselves in the chat or on the, as a note on the map or something, we'll pick up here next session, and we will begin the 1.5 to 2 day journey across the Silken Paths.
Sounds
Sweet.
blast.
I'm scared of whatever can produce a silken path.
Right? I kept waiting for us to come up over the cliff or the hill, and there's gonna be spider bait and 2 driders or something. Well,
Nope, I think this has gone rather well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not dead yet,
except-
so I mean it's a huge
Yeah.
success.
Winning.
I'm impressed with us. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, you guys did good. Nice work negotiating for safe passage. I enjoyed that. I think it was an interesting bit of diversity from our normal encounters of, which you normally just smash your way out of.
Yeah.
I agree.
Don't think I haven't thought about, stabbing these guys to get our money back at the end of this. Don't think that hasn't crossed my mind.
Mm.
Oh, where's safety on the surface?
Whoops.
My hand slipped.
I know it's a possibility. Just some shrewd business goblins trying to live their lives.
Do a business. Just the two of them in the Underdark.
Sounds like a sitcom.
I know, right?
Business
Right.
goblins.
I'd watch it.
And it cuts
Yuck
to
and friends.
it cuts to a shot of the two of them standing back to back with their arms crossed.
Yep.
Man, Yuk-Yuk at some point in the negotiation broke out the phrase, like, greater than. And I'm like, fucking what? Holy cow, this guy's got fucking wrinkle brain.
Smarter than
Okay.
me.
That's not hard. Cat's real dumb.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off of here. I had fun. Let's see. What month is
Yeah.
it? What year is it?
Oh, dude! Oh, we're gonna meet up on, next time on Fal Dune Day. Hell yeah!
Yeah. Fal Dune should get advantage on all his rolls.
No, we should bring the cart back so Felix could also be in his natural habitat.
Could the music for next week just be like Bob Marley?
I'll see what I can do.
We started the session, and then I got high, and then I got high, and then I got high.
Everyone go to your local dispensary and get a gummy.
Unfortunately, it's not legal here.
Oh, boo.
I'll drive you down one.
I'll send
Okay.
I'll mail you some. There we go.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while before Indiana gets around to that.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry.
I think it feels like within the next couple years, I think there's going to be some big pushes.
I think it's
Yep.
honestly, I think it'll go at a federal level before Indiana accepts it.
Yeah, I
Probably.
could see that. I could see that.
Like I think the weight will eventually shift, and they'll just do it at a federal level, and then it'll be a done deal.
Don't get beat out by Alabama. You got to be a little bit more progressive than that.
Come on, guys.
Don't be Alabama, please. Don't be Alabama. All right. Well, I will see you guys next week. Everybody stay safe and give a shout if you need anything.
Yeah.
Have a good
Yeah,
weekend.
likewise. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.
You will.
I think I went really well this screen.